And we are live. Welcome to season 2 of the Art of Calisthenics podcast, which I just decided to start calling it. And why not? That's what it is now. I am your host, the Nudnik, Raymond. Let's get started. I'm just waiting for Andry to join on. Tonight we're going to be talking to the one and only, the legendary Andry Strong. We will be talking a lot about calisthenics, of course, and just what it takes to be the best plancher in the world, because that's what Andry is. So I'm happy to see you all signing on. Obviously, ask questions throughout. I will be interviewing Andry. I will be asking him tons of questions, and I'll be sharing your questions with him as well. So that should be getting started any minute. I was talking to Andry in DM before this, so he should be joining on shortly. So let's see. If a dog barks in the background, I apologize for it. I have 2 dogs, and they both have mental issues. There's really nothing I can do about it. And welcome everybody. Welcome. I'm going to go send Andry a request. Oh no, that's a request to join. I never know how to do any of this. Andry, you would think that after doing this for so long, I'd have some idea how to do it. Oh my God, where is this? I like how I'm still talking to while I do this. I apologize. I have no idea why Andry's not popping up on here. Whatever. Let's keep waiting on Andry. Anyway, if you guys want, while I'm waiting on Andry, feel free to ask questions. I will answer your questions. And yeah. All right. And yeah, I'm not going to be, unfortunately, no one will be able to be coming on the video with the exception of Andry, so I apologize, Tony. Life of Reptiles, thank you so much. Yes, I am dressed up like a silly lumberjack tonight. Let's try one more time to get on. There we go. Okay, and Andry just joined, so we will be getting started. And there's the man. What's up, Andry? So nice to talk to you, brother. So nice to get you on here.
Oh, good evening. It's morning here.
Yes. Yes, as you can see behind me, it's dark out, and good morning to you in Bali, sir. Living in paradise.
Yeah, and with that amazing view.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, could you imagine waking up to that every day? How long ago did you move out to Bali?
I don't know for how long.
Oh wow, well, welcome to paradise, man. That's amazing. So,
Like, I'm from Ukraine, and I don't know when all this finish. And normally I came out for a long time. First I came to Bali, then maybe I move to another country. We'll see.
wow. Wow, that's nice. So you moved to Bali from Ukraine. I always thought you were in Netherlands originally. That's so crazy. I was so wrong on that.
No.
Yeah, so mistaken as usual. Well, anyway, we're on with everyone. Tell everyone, tell them who you are. Of course, you're Andry. We all know who you are, but tell everyone who you are. You know, give us your height, your weight, your age, your specialties. Just give us a quick rundown of who you are.
I'm Andry Strong. I'm from Ukraine. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bali now, already 9 months. I'm 166 centimeters high and 73 kilo.
Oh, cool. We
Yeah.
weigh about the same. Nice. Yeah.
I started to calisthenics in 2012 with already with a good basic level. I able to do 25 pull up, around 50, 60 and 70 push up, because I growing in small city where I always do homework. It's always heavy work, from the child, and you grow. And already when I was 16 years old, I already was strong. And before calisthenics, I did a boxing. I did spend 3 months in the gym during the winter time, and then when spring came, I went outside with the friends, try to calisthenics.
That's
And now
beautiful. Yeah.
already almost 11 years I'm in calisthenics.
That's a really long, that's a very long time for, especially for being 26 years old, having 11 years experience. That's amazing. Now I have to ask you this because I find that this is crucial to success. So like I did a lot of athletic stuff as a child, a lot of sport as a child, and people I've worked with, like I find that if people didn't have active upbringings, if they weren't very active as children, like we were, you know, like you were just a physical beast, you know, doing 25 pull-ups as a kid. Do you find that that's helped you a lot later on in life? Like
Yeah,
your active upbringing, like I just feel like you cannot replicate being brought up and like all those years growing up, just working on getting strong then, like instead of playing video games.
yeah. It's for sure works because if you activity from the child, yeah, in the future it will help you a lot. If you are lazy and you just sit in front of computer, eat the chips, hamburger, of course you will really skinny and weak. Your muscle will be weak. If you are
Yeah.
activity, you always go outside. You are play with the friends. You go somewhere in the forest to the fishing. You always play. Activity for sure will be really strong in the future, and that can help you a lot in the sport.
Yeah. So if you're a young person watching this, I say this, Andrew says this, don't sit around watching TV, don't play video games, don't sit there eating chips. Get outside and do stuff. And really, like I love that you said that. Get outside and do stuff. Get outside and play. I started my calisthenics journey climbing trees. Like anything to get out there and get strong.
Yeah, when I was a kid, oh, I climb a lot on the tree on the house. I remember, I go on the roof. I go like from the one side to the trees, and then from tree to the roof. Then in the roof, go another tree, and like this, and always like play with the brothers. I have two older brothers,
Oh,
and
that's
also,
nice.
yeah,
I wish I had that. I have a younger sister. I wish I had some older brothers to beat me up and make me tougher and make me fall out of trees a bit when I was younger. That's really
yeah,
cool. So now you are the master of the planche. Like I'm sorry, nobody comes close to you in my opinion with the planche. Your lines, the cleanliness, the way you move in the planche, it's bizarre. It's effortless. Like watching you do planche push-ups with a perfectly horizontal line. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So when did you start your obsession with the planche, and when did you start your road to becoming? I consider you the best in the world at the planche,
yeah.
hands down.
Oh, thank you. In 2012, when I started to
Oh,
calisthenics,
right
yeah,
away.
12, I spent like 1 month just came to the sport park with the friends, did like a front lever, muscle up, a back lever, and then one of my friend, he was already like in good level. He said, "Okay, I will make a competition in our city. We'll invite people from other city." I said, "Okay, it's nice." And then I say, "Okay, I would like to take a part in that competition, and it's in 1 month." And they said, "Okay."
Yeah, you're all right now. It paused for a second.
Okay, so I said like, "Oh, I would like to take a part in the competition," and one of my friends told me like, "Oh, have a planche. It's really hard tricks." I said, "Okay, I would like to learn." I would like to learn the planche, and then I don't have internet. I don't have nothing. I don't have any tutorials, and I just like, "Okay, how it looks? Can you show me?" He said like, "Okay, it's like you open and hold." I say, "Okay, nice." And then I just try, and I learned straddle planche just in 3 weeks.
You learned
Yeah,
straddle planche in 3 weeks.
yeah, I
Are-
spent, yeah, it's like, yeah,
3 weeks to straddle planche.
yeah.
In
And I
2012, before like back in 2012, it was a big deal if you could do a muscle up. Like if you could do a muscle up, you were an internet superstar. You learned how to do a straddle planche in 3 weeks in
Yeah,
2012.
and I won that competition. Yeah,
Of course you did. Who was doing planches in 2012?
yeah, it was nice. Everybody was surprised at then because yeah, so I just spent like 2 months for calisthenics and only 3 weeks for the planche, and I learned it, and it was actually good form, not like a V planche. It was really good form, like a straight one. Then
Um,
in like 20 days I tried to take a part in competition in other city, like bigger city. It's around there live like 500,000 people, and take a part in competition was around 30 or 40 athletes. and I take fourth place, you know. Yeah, it was battle about, judge was confused, okay, third or fourth place, and was the same total score, and we have a battle who do more muscle up, and I did 14 muscle up and he did 15 muscle up. He would take a third part, I take a four. I say, okay, I will back in 1 month. We'll see on the regional competition.
That is absolutely amazing. Now, okay, so it took you 3 weeks to do a straddle planche with good form. How long did it take you to do a full planche with good form? Like 4 weeks? Like
Think about like full planche, but then in 1 month on regional competition, I remember it was 22 June, I think. Okay, first competition was 9 June, and other competition it was, I think, 22 July or beginning of August, I think. Okay, and I came to that competition and I did already straddle planche push-up with a good form, 3 reps, straddle planche on the horizontal, horizontal bar, on the pull-up bar. I did front lever fingers, these fingers front lever, one arm back lever, human flag, you know. And then in end of competition, they say, okay, maybe you can try the full planche. And I was trying to do full planche. I just from the LC tried to open, and I was able to hold like 2 or 3 seconds, you know. And
wow.
then, okay, I think I can do it. And then I back home. I just started to practice, and I did like in a week or 2 weeks, I don't remember actually. And in 1 month, it was end of August, I came to another competition, and I did already like good form full planche.
Wow. Wow.
From
Now,
beginning to the full planche, I spent like 3 months, you know, max. Yeah.
wow. Now let me ask you this. How did you train for this? Would you just go like full send and just planche, 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 or were you using like a methodology? What were you doing? You were just trying to hold the position and go crazy?
2012, we don't know nothing. We find nothing. We don't have YouTube, we don't have Instagram. I mean, in my city, I don't have internet to look some, you know, even. Yeah, I just, from the straddle planche, I just go from V planche and try to lift my legs up and hold it.
Yes.
Then when I start to practice the full planche, from the straddle planche, I try to close my legs. So your pressure is slowly more and more and more on your shoulders. So you try to close your legs slowly, 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 and hold. And then also from the L sit, press my leg to the full planche.
Okay, very, very nice. So the planche is by far my worst move. I only have a decent straddle planche. I tell myself because I'm too tall. I'm 190 centimeters. I'm 6'2". So like, yeah, I have a lot of trouble with it. But my straddle's nice, but I found that doing hollow back handstand and then lowering the straddle really helped me a lot. But like, do you have any tips for me? So like for the tall people out there that suck at planche, what would you recommend for us?
If you do the handstand slowly to the straddle planche, it's amazing.
Yeah, I
it's
love
really,
that.
Yeah, because your shoulders take slowly pressure, you know, this condition. And you can hold the horizontal position. You can stop just on the 45-degree, or a little bit lower, and feel that position where you can hold 5 seconds. Yes. And then in other side, it's also to make with resistance band. The same from the handstand. You can go to the horizontal, but with the resistance band and hold as long as you can. But try to make with a good form, with a scapular protraction, shoulders down from ears.
Yeah.
Squeeze the. It's also important. A lot of people they watch some athletes and they try to elevate shoulders here, but it's completely wrong. They have to push down, flexing lats, squeeze the chest. It's important. Like you have to squeeze your chest a lot. You know, when I hold, my chest is squeezing. Yeah, and my shoulders here. Also with the elbow, you have to push forward, and biceps help a lot to hold the.
You could see it. You have so much muscle in your upper chest and so much lower bicep muscle. Like you are literally made out of the planche. It's crazy to see. Yeah, if you know anything about anatomy, like you're literally built by the planche. It's so cool to see like your lower bicep tendons and everything. Very, very interesting. Very cool.
I can also recommend you to do a lot of pseudo push-up. It's help a lot.
Yes.
I did a lot with the slowly, with the fixation in the top position. It's important. Like after every rep, you have to fix yourself with the right form and try to go forward as much as you can. And also can be really good if you put your toes on the top, on the chair or the bench. So
Hmm.
when you are top, you're almost on same position like a planche, and you can feel it this. I did a lot of pseudo push-up with that grip, supinate grip. Supinate grip off. It's helped you a lot to build actually the front delt and the biceps. So you,
Interesting.
when you do that grip, your fingers help you to don't fall forward. But when you do supinate, you hold only with the front delt and with the biceps.
Hmm.
So also
Now,
you have to combine. It can help a lot.
do you have a preference? Do you prefer hands on the floor? Do you prefer using parallettes? What is
In
your preference?
different period, it was different.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, first I did. I don't know how you call it that grip. I mean, when you put like this regular one. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
In first,
pronated.
like a regular one. Then just one of my friend told me, okay, it's harder to do supinate, and I start to do supinate only. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, and I always do on the floor. Yeah, I didn't have a small parallettes then. Yeah, in the past, and normally on the floor, on the floor, on the floor. Then on the p-bar, and now on the floor again. I try
Okay.
to, because why on the floor? Because I do a lot of stuff outside on the nature, so I prefer on the floor. Like this I can adapt for the
Yeah.
life. Yeah,
I have to say, I love your natural videos out in Bali. Like some of the scenery that you're doing these plants move, it's the most beautiful. I can't get over it. It's so nice.
thank you
And
so much.
now let me ask you this. So you do some incredible jumps into planche. Like so you will just hit a planche and jump down like the one that you posted most recently, like where you just jumped, landed up above her, did a clapping planche push. Like how did you get into that type of training? Like what
I
did you
just,
do?
yeah, I remember I work in the circus. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for years I work in the circus, in the circ. Yeah, like a calisthenic, and I just try to like create something new. I just try to do harder, harder, harder. Like this, you can see on my video. I always try to create something.
Hmm.
Because like this you can impress the people. If you will do regular stuff, people will say, okay, I see already this. I see already this. Nothing interesting. That why a lot of people say, oh, I can't grow in my Instagram. I can grow my video because you do same like other people. So
I
how you
try to do
grow?
something I've never done before every single day, and it's been like 3 years where every day I've done something, even if it's small, even if it's just a
Yeah,
little, it's still something I've never done before every single day for 3 years.
yeah, it's
So
important. I
it's
always
very
try to
important.
something new, 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 and create. Okay, what I can do next? What I can do next? And say,
Mhm.
oh, this is a great idea. I should try. I should try. I should try. And like this, yeah, I
You know
improve
what?
it.
Oh, sorry. You know what was probably really good for you? Like, so you came up, you started out doing a lot of competition, so a lot of people watching you, and then you performed in the circus for 4 years. Having people watch you and having that energy, that must help a lot. Because like I always work out in public. I never work out by myself, like alone, barely ever. How much better do you think it makes you always being in front of people and having to perform in front of people all the time?
When you are in front of the people, you try to give your best, and you try to make perfect form. You try to not fail. It's give you more motivation. Yeah, it's helped a lot. That's why also when you start to create video for Instagram, for TikTok, for YouTube, doesn't matter any social media, you try to give your best. It's helped a lot for your progression and a
It's
lot for
huge.
your create.
Huge. And honestly, it's just self-belief because I heard you talking today on your live, like you're getting asked if you have an idol. Like you don't have an idol. Like I'm guessing you love watching yourself do these amazing things. Like how important is it watching yourself on Instagram, watching yourself on social media, seeing you do like you're doing the best stuff in the world? Like how powerful is that to believe in yourself and watch yourself like that?
I always rate myself, you know, like, okay, it's not cool, you know. I say, okay, I have to do something better. I have to do, okay, here not clean. Okay, here my toes not straight. Here legs little bit open, you know. And this help a lot for my cleaner stuff, for my progression. In past, I always recorded every set. Every
Same.
set I recorded.
Same.
In the pause, I just check, okay, here shit. I do again. Okay, here better, but not good. And this perfection, you know, make you growing, make you growing. And people can see this, like, oh, this man is different. He do
Hmm.
clean stuff. He do really good form, and this also help a lot for your progression. I remember also on the competition, when I take a part in competition, I try to always do like a clean stuff. If I'm not sure in something, I better don't do, because it will looks like, okay, he can't do this.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree with you. So I do the exact same thing. And cleanliness, I'm so glad you're saying this, because I think clean form, that's peak. That's I care about that so much more. Like I want clean form over static time, over anything. Clean form and your form. That's why I love what you do. So your form is perfect every time.
thank you so much. Yeah, because I work a lot on this. Really, I try to just watch video and, you know, look, for example, I create some video, you know, and I can do like from first attempt, but I will not love this. I will take 10 video, 20 video, 30 video, 40 video. I can do over 50 video, and then, okay, now it's perfect.
Yes,
Yeah. And
I do
that,
the exact same thing.
yeah, it's help for your progression. And all of this, you know, like you make attempt, and try to do better. Your progression will really grow.
I might film like a one arm handstand flow or something like that. I might film 30 of them. All like I'll come home with like 30 successful flows and then just study each one and be like, which one's flawless? Which one's absolutely perfect? Obsession. It's the only way
Yeah,
to be. It's the best. I'm so glad you said that.
yeah, it's important. I recommend for all my clients, like they always they record every set, they send it to
Every,
me, like 2 sets, and I recommend, like, okay, you do the set, then you check yourself, okay, here good, here not good, and then in the next set they already do better.
of course. It's the most, I could not agree with you more. Recording yourself and learning how to study your own form is the most important thing you could do. There's so many people I see them and they're doing sets with no I yell at them all the time. I'm like, what are you doing? You're holding yourself back. Film yourself if you ever want to be good. Don't ask me questions. Literally just film yourself and then look at yourself. The end.
Yeah,
It's all you need, and you will be perfect over time.
this is a
It's
big tip for the people, so for all of you, record yourself.
Yes, record yourself. It's the most important thing you could do. Now, what else? Now let's go back to the beginning. What else do you wish you knew when you first started? Like, if you could talk to yourself now, go back and tell a young Andry, Andry doing a planche after 3 weeks. Like, what would you tell yourself now differently?
Don't take long pause. I mean,
Mm,
it was sometimes was like my mistake about, like, it's all for you. Look, it's a really nice stuff. Now I don't do this, and it's helped a lot for my progression. Look, in the beginning, I do a lot of crazy stuff, and then just I try to skip one workout. I skip second workout. I skip third workout. I say, okay, it's like I can skip one more workout, and like
mm,
this, 3 weeks, 1 month, and then you can understand. Oh, I'm weaker. So why I did this if now I'm weaker than was 1 month ago? You know,
yes,
but and okay, I should not do this. I should always like do it, move forward and move forward. And that
yes.
was like few times my,
Yeah, that's very important. The video paused for a second. Hopefully that
okay,
leads
it
up.
was, I lost
Uh,
connection. Okay,
you're back.
yeah,
Yes, I can hear you again.
yeah, it was, I still, and it was like big pause in the beginning, like a 1 month, or mostly 2 months, I think. But I still do it like some pull up, but don't work out hard.
Mm,
Then in the circus, I remember I keep working, I keep doing, but just regular stuff.
Oh,
Nothing. I didn't progress. And also, this was push me down. And I understand now that, okay, if this not happen, if I didn't pose, if I could try to work hard every workout, try to make progression, it can be even, I can be even stronger.
I find that I have to try as hard as I can. Like I like it, my warm up is usually trying to do like a one arm or something just to get my brain ready, just to like actually try. I find if I just try to do like like if I think of it as a workout instead of trying to like do something I've never done before, if I just try to like maintain or something, I find that I can't even do the stuff that I usually do. I find by the end of the workout I feel weaker. I feel bad. So you don't take breaks at all now. Like how many days a week do you work out? Do you take days off? I don't. I take off maybe like 4 days a year.
Now I work out every day. I don't have actually rest day.
Me
Maybe
neither.
like one day can take, but actually in that day I also do some stuff, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, just don't push my really like to the fail. Actually, yeah, now every day, and actually the 2 times a day. Yeah, in morning
Oh,
it's
nice.
basic stuff, and in the evening mostly it's movement. I mean planche,
Nice.
and yeah.
Yeah, I wish I'm too old now. I'm 40. I can't handle 2 times a day workout, but I still like maybe a couple days a year I'll take if I'm sick or something like that, but maybe 4 days a year
Actually,
max.
train like 2 times per day, and always like constantly. It's
I miss that. I used to love that. I used to work out all day long, especially like in my earlier 30s. I used to train all day long. It was so much fun. I can't
yeah.
handle it
That
anymore. I'm
I
old.
say for beginners, I don't recommend to train every day. When you are just beginner, when you just started, 4 days a week it's maximum for you, and not really long, not till the fail. If you are a beginner, then you can uh, improve, add more and more and more, and you will just important feel yourself, because we are different. We have a different muscle, we have different education, we have different experience. So
Yeah.
feel yourself, it's important.
Yeah, it's very true. The experience level. Yeah, you're 11 years into this. Like I started training like many things 27 years ago. So it's just like it's I don't understand. I'm like 27 years. You're so good. It's so, you're doing a better planche than me in 3 weeks. It's amazing. It's so next level. I'm
Yeah,
so
you know,
impressed.
my friends was hate me then 10 years ago. Really, like they spend like 2 3 years for for calisthenics for practice, because in
Yeah,
Ukraine start like in 2009, in 2010, yeah, and people was spend like 2 3 years, and then I came for competition and win them, and they was
that's
like,
amazing.
okay.
That is so cool. Now, you're also, I love your human flag. You make great human flag tutorials. You've made like a whole like series of human flag tutorials. Let's talk flags. Flags,
Yeah,
I
let
adore the flag. Like, what tips do you have on the flag? Like, share some flag knowledge with people. A lot of my audience love human flags.
Yeah. Okay. First, I also recommend, if you have a good basic, start with human flag. If you have not good basic, around 5 pull-up only, better grow your basic and then move to the human flag. It will be much easier to learn. So
Mm,
about the human flag, it's important the step that you have to kick up. If you
yes.
can kick up, then it's much easier. First step is really important, and for some people it's scared. If you are scared,
Mhm.
just climb from the side, yeah, with the legs, or also ask some friend, somebody who can support you, so you will just in safe place, you are not scared, and you can understand if something happens, this person can support you, can hold you, and even can help you to go into the up position, to the vertical. Then if you can hold the vertical position for around 10 seconds, really like a stable, and you can understand the position, then start just slowly go down in position where can you hold around 5 seconds and
Mhm.
move back. And then every workout you can go lower. Also, I recommend goes that negative. So you go really, really slowly down, then again kick up, and again really, 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 really slowly down, and again kick up. And in beginning, I recommend to learn straddle human flag.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
time.
it's easier than full human flag, but you can understand the form, you can understand the technique, you can
Hmm.
understand shoulders position, and your core muscle also improve it for this.
Yeah.
For
I like to teach people to do chest up flags, like lowering down into the chest up
yeah,
at first, because when you're chest up, you can't retract your scapula, so they can't injure their AC joint in their shoulder. So I find that side flags, obviously that's the goal, but I've seen a lot of people injure themselves where they let their shoulder punch in and they get a little AC joint injury. So I think I love that you said that. Straddle flags for me is like I like to have people start lowering down chest up with tuck and then
yeah.
learn how to do a straddle flag so they can start going because I get really upset when I see people trying to always pull and press their way into full flags as beginners. I'm just like you're asking to injure your bottom shoulder. It's so frustrating to see.
To injure your the bottom shoulders, and also when you pull you
Mm,
can hurt your chest. It's also a big pressure on the chest because you have to pull, so
yeah.
your chest is working.
Yeah, I find the flag is very dangerous if people don't understand the technique. I find it more dangerous than most calisthenics skills.
I think in human flag, yeah, you can hurt your shoulders if you start to go really fast, and
Yeah.
if you the hands on the right position, you start to swing, and if you
Hmm.
swing the other side, you can really like hurt your shoulders.
Yeah, now I actually like swinging now. I like going in every direction and everything like that. Have you
Yeah,
experimented with like going all over the place?
if you are advanced, yeah.
Yeah, that was like I used to I liked the human flag when it was just like up and down like this, but I didn't fall in love with it until I started going like all over the place with it. That's when it really became fun. Now,
And
your walking is clean. Do you have any tips on what your walking planche is clean? Your walking human flag is so clean. So I see people do like walking like this. Usually what
yeah,
I say is just
I
like
don't
a
like.
slight knee bend stomp, slight knee bend stomp, slight knee bend stomp. Like what's your methodology for walking? Do you like walking with a flexed ankle, straight ankle? Like what do you prefer?
About the walking, it's important if you're able to do slowly press with feeling your muscle, not like you just try to kick to the
Mhm.
handstand. I mean, planche to the hand, so you try to kick with a bending back. You will not able to do the really clean stuff. If you're able to do with a control slowly, and you can understand that you don't need your legs help to go into the handstand, then you can start it. And really slowly that you have to feel it like make a step and stop, and then you have to understand, okay, this step I have to just stop it and move other leg. Yeah, if you feel your movement, if you feel your power, you will able to do slowly. If you will not, if you not feel it, you will do like just to do, just to say okay,
These
notice okay,
legs.
yeah, I did that. And about
Oh,
the human flag, for me help a lot that
yeah.
from the vertical you go to the human flag and press back, you go to human flag and press back,
Yeah.
go press, and when you do a lot of press, then you can do easy press, and you don't need to think about muscle, okay, I have to pull
Hmm.
here, make this technique. Then you just do like, okay, now I do step, and really slowly try to
Hmm.
control every step, like step, okay, like, and have to understand it's the same like you walking on the floor. If you will
Hmm.
walk along this, how it will look? No, I
Yeah.
when I started, I say, okay, it's the same like I walk in the floor. So I make a step, so this leg it's stop it. Now I have to move it other. So stop
Yes.
and other, stop and move other. It's important. You have to think. If you have a good connection about your muscles, yeah, you can control. But if you are beginner and you just make to notice and you have really weak muscle connection, you will do not good form.
Mhm. Yeah, I find that the human flag, like it was before I was really into dragon flags, but the human flag is what really taught me how to walk cleanly and nicely. Dragon flags, so if you're watching this and you want to work on your walking, dragon flags are a great way to learn how to walk.
Yeah,
And
it's how dragon
now,
flag.
now when you're walking full flags, like the full
Yeah,
the full 180 degrees, so like I'll usually like if let's say I'm walking down, I'll walk down chest up to parallel, turn like that, and then walk down like that. So that's what you do as well, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
same like go from down position.
Yeah,
So you
up
up,
there.
then turn and go up.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, oh God, I love walking. Now pulling skills. What are your favorite pulling skills? Because so much of what we see you do, so much is like on the floor, so much is planching, so much is flagging. Like, what are your favorite pulling skills? Do you prefer bar? Do you use rings often? Like, what do you generally get into with pulling?
But now I work on pull up with extra weight. So
Nice.
like really I work a lot on pull up with extra weight. And about the front lever, I love to do front lever pull up, but I don't see that it looks really impressive, that
Mm,
like, oh, regular people see and just, wow, yeah, he do pull up, front lever pull up. I see like, okay, front lever pull up, it's much easier than full planche because I learned front lever.
here
Okay.
we go. Here we go.
Um, yeah, I just came on the sport park with the friends and they showed me the front lever and I did front lever. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you just walked up to the bar, like, front lever.
Yeah, it's not the perfect form, yeah, but yeah, I did. And even now, I didn't practice front lever a lot, but I do pull up with extra weight. I just can take a P bar and I can do easy like a front lever pull up, with a touch with
Nice.
arm. Yeah. And I
Nice,
can
nice.
go around, my maximum was 35 seconds. If I will practice, I can hold even more. But I
Wow.
don't practice a lot now, the front lever.
What do you think about back? So I heard you said before you did a one arm back lever. Do you mess with like one arm levers, one arm back levers? Are you into those?
Uh, Now I didn't do any more one back lever. I can do, but I don't practice anymore. I don't need. Like,
Yeah, I find the
I
one
don't.
arm back lever is a bit on the dangerous side anyway.
Uh, Maybe it can be, but if you have weak shoulders, if your
Mm,
front delt not stretch well and your
yeah,
chest not well, yeah, in that position you can feel really uncomfortable. It can be, but for this moment I don't take a part in competition and one back lever I don't need actually.
yeah.
Like for what?
Now I need to ask you this because I'm sure people watching this, a lot of them might even be working on their back levers. Do you prefer to use a supinated grip? Like supinated back lever or pronated? Because that's something
No,
that I
no,
regret doing when I started. I started with pronated back levers because it's easier. I really regret it. I wish I only worked on supinated from the beginning.
no, a regular one. I did everything in regular one,
Mm,
and just I use supinate when I do Hefesto.
yeah. See, like that's what I wish I started from the beginning. Do you find supinated? Yeah, supinated is probably very easy for you because of the planche. I find, yeah,
Like
you probably
this.
have rocks. You probably have rock hard elbows. Your elbows are probably super strong.
Yeah, it's little bit another way in supinate. I can feel better form. I
Mm,
can feel like it's cleaner,
yeah.
and you can do really like a straight line.
Yeah, I love how a supinated back lever looks. Like looking back on it, I wish never did the pronated, the regular version. Yeah. Now, so getting into this, beginners, all this, you focus primarily, like what is your focus throughout the day? Like what does your everyday training schedule look like? What do you work on every day? Do you work on the same thing every day? Do you vary? Like,
Now or in beginning?
let's go with now. Let's see what you're doing now, and then we'll give advice to the beginners.
Okay. Now, like I told you, I'm working on basic also, but with extra weight.
Uh,
Pull up extra weight.
so
Did
every day?
not every day.
Okay, so how many days per week do you do weighted calisthenics?
Basic calisthenics two 3 times per week.
Okay. And then
Yes.
for skill work, are you doing planche every day?
Now, yeah, planche every day I do.
Okay.
Planche, handstand every day.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, with the handstand. Now, with your
Just,
handstand and planche, are you doing like sets, reps, or are
I,
you kind of like flowing with it?
I mean, sometimes I do like a set, sometimes I do in combination. Just
Okay.
different. Yeah. If I know, okay, now I have to practice like one arm handstand and go to the planche, I will practice this like a set by set. But if I just try to improve my endurance, yeah, I will do like a full planche push-ups, then press, and push up, like this.
Okay, that makes sense. And now, when you begin, just obviously sets and reps and building up that hypertrophy and strength and all that as a beginner.
In beginning.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now going back to the beginning. So this is what you do now. In the beginning, did you do it differently or basically the same?
Just came and do everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I came to the sport park. I spent like 5-6 hours, and
Playing.
just everything. Like, okay, try this movement, this movement, this movement, this movement. Okay, muscle up, little bit basic. Actually, in the beginning, I already have good basic level, and then I don't train like much basic. I
So
just
you
do.
were basically playing in the beginning. You were playing with strength, right? Like kind of having fun.
Yeah,
I honestly think that's a great way to train. I think playing is just, it's actually like, like if you can't figure out what you should do, just play. Like
yeah.
play and get
We
stronger.
can
It's a foolproof.
we come with the friends, you just do different stuff. You just try, okay, try this, try this, try this. Okay, let's try this, and do it like this. Yeah, and we spent like from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. on the sport park.
That's beautiful. That is incredible. Now, I know I'm jumping all over the place. I just want to throw this out there. So I saw you do a challenge a while back where you just held a pole like that and you did a one arm, I guess, full pull up all the way down,
I
all the way back up. It was like just a stick. You held a stick and went down like that and pushed back up. Did anyone ever complete
Yeah,
that
yeah,
challenge? Somebody actually
yeah.
did that?
Someone accepted the challenge,
Uh-huh.
but actually it's really dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I saw you post that challenge, I was like, no one else is doing this. Who is gonna?
No, it's not accepted, but also like advanced level.
uh,
But it matters for your chest, front delt, and biceps.
yeah, I saw that was truly one of the craziest things I've ever seen. So one person did it, or a few people?
Few people, I think around five.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm shocked. You like when I saw you do that, I was like,
I remember like in past few years ago, one person did like just push up, like this. I mean, on the stick, just
yeah,
do like a push up. And then I said, okay, but if maybe it's possible, like I do full range of motion down and up. And then I said, like, oh no, it's impossible. And then in the last year, I just remind, okay, I remember this, I should try it. And I was tried, and I was okay, it's possible. First rep was fuck. I feel like a lot of pain on my chest, because from here you have to go here. I feel a lot of pain on my chest, and then I say, okay, let's warm up a little bit, yeah, and then I do it.
that's amazing. That was truly one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Now, since we're talking about amazing things, that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. What is something where when you see someone else do it, you're like, shit, like wow.
Actually, now, like, when I see some video, I don't like, okay, amazing, you know. I don't know if even it's a good question.
Like someone who still surprises me, well, oh, like Z Black, my brother Z Black Turbo, like some of the stuff he does with the front lever, I'm just like,
It's okay.
how the fuck
Oh,
do you have a truck tire on your ankles? What is going on?
I know one thing. What in a few days ago I see that Chinese man do one fingers push planche, and he did a push up on that.
He did a push up on pointer fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Hold like a full planche on that fingers around 12 seconds, I think, something like this. Yeah, it will surprise me really, because I understand how fingers is strong. Because okay, fingers planche, it's not for everyone. Some
no.
people have strong finger, someone have weak finger, and that was impressed me. But I don't know what more impressed me in past days. Really, like because when you are 11 years in calisthenics,
Yeah.
you are like in good level. You just like okay, okay.
That's interesting. See, I like that. So then the next question is, what do you want to do to impress yourself? That's the real question. What do you want to see yourself do?
I have a few idea, but I understand it's crazy fucking idea that
That's good. Let's go. What is it?
people will. Okay, I can share one idea. I can share one idea. Other idea, I will do it. Okay. I think maybe you saw my video that I did planche rings put on the bottles.
Oh, yes, yes. That was crazy. That's right.
Yeah, like it's crazy things. I never seen this before and nobody repeated. Yeah.
Oh
And I
my
want
God.
to push up like this.
You're gonna do a planche push-up rings on the bottles.
Yeah. It's
I
one of
can't
my
wait to I can't wait to see it because I know you're gonna do it.
crazy because and it's okay. Planche push up on the rings on the floor. It's also crazy. I didn't see that somebody accepted. Maybe once someone accepted because I also like. I think I was first who did push up on the rings, straddle
Yeah,
planche push, and then I did full planche push up on the rings,
that's
and
right.
nobody accepted this. And I think on the bottle, it can be really like. But for
That's
this
game
one,
over.
then it's really like fuck.
Now, what do you find the hardest part of doing the planche on the rings, like the planche push-up on the rings? Was it the
Hold
grip?
the
What
yeah, grip.
hold the grip, right?
Yeah, when I hold, then when I just open, it's like okay, because I hold really like a strong,
Hmm.
because you have to be like a one part with the ring. If you can
Yeah.
hold, the ring just will slide from your hand and you will fall. So you have to be like it's one part with the ring. So like a
Mm.
one, so ring is have to be like a part of your arm. Yeah,
Yeah. Have you done handstands on the ring?
yeah, I did.
Can you do a handstand push-up on the rings?
I try it. I
Mm.
didn't complete. I mean, I tried to do from up. I go down. I
Mm.
go up, but I didn't lock the elbows.
Okay, yeah, because I don't think I've seen. Have you seen anyone complete a handstand push-up? I haven't seen that yet. I've seen handstands, but I haven't seen a handstand push-up yet.
No, nobody, I think.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, what's that?
Okay, I have to do it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
will try.
yeah, yeah. Because I've been meaning to start getting into handstand just on the rings, but like, yeah, the push-up. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a push-up just on rings.
No. And other crazy stuff that planche push up on the rings, but clap planche push up on the rings.
Oh, so you'll hit the rings together and then land?
Yeah, it's like really really crazy stuff. That's why if you see my stories, I improve, like try to working on my explosive push up, just to feel it, just to control. I try to do it. It's incredible.
Wow. Now,
Really.
for anyone watching, we're not talking about on ring straps. We're not talking about him doing a planche on the rings with like hanging rings. We're talking about him holding the tops of the rings with the rings on the floor, no straps. So just if anyone was confused, like he's talking about hands on top of the rings, doing a full planche push-up, hitting the rings together, and then going back down. That is insane.
It's
And you're gonna do it. That's the crazy part. You're definitely gonna do it.
I will. I don't have a choice. I want
You
to
will.
impress. I want to do something new. I want to do crazy stuff that nobody did before. It's always like that's why also I have 500K on Instagram. I always like try to create something new. I always try to create. Okay, I should do this. Okay, I should do this.
Mhm.
Okay, can impress the people. Like I think I'm first who did like a push up, jump into the planche. I mean
Yeah.
on the this wooden, yeah, I don't know how to call it.
You
Yeah,
were the first person I saw do that onto the wooden box. We were down, you did the jumping push up
but
and caught in the play. Yeah, you were the first I ever saw do that.
just a lot of athletes say, oh, this is fake, this is not real.
Yeah.
My friends was thought it's a fake, like it's a
Really?
yeah, it's a reverse, and say okay, today we'll make a live, and
Who
then
would ever think that? You don't post reverse videos. I've never seen anything reversed or slowed or anything for you. Always post real videos. Like
Yeah,
you're
or I
there's some fakes out there. There's some people you could be like, that's reversed or that's slowed down. You could catch it if you know what you're looking at. You never post anything fake
no,
ever.
no, I don't. And then I make a live. Then I just to try to make harder. I do club push up into the planche, and then I saw like few months ago somebody was repeat and like say it's I am like people in the comments say, oh, you are like a first, but I did like in last year already this. Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw anyone else do it like that. I've seen reverse. I've seen people do it in reverse. I've never seen people do it real.
No, now
Besides you,
I have some people who
there
try
are
to
some.
yeah, and did. Yeah,
Oh my
but
God,
still nobody did full planche push up jump on the to the planche. Yeah, still nobody.
that is crazy. Now, for your jumping planche push-ups, do you ever do weighted planche, or did you just do that just dynamic effort, just like throwing
You know,
yourself?
try to like make really explosive.
Okay, that's so never any. You don't add weight for that. It's just max effort, just
Yeah.
shooting as hard as you can. That's smart. Yeah, safer that way too. I like that. That's smart.
Now I add just extra weight, ankle extra weight.
Ankle
Yeah.
weight. How much weight do you put on your ankles? Because that's impressive on a full planche.
Different things. Just to like to do full planche push up, press to handstand, back to full planche with 1 kilo in each leg.
Mm,
For the holding or straddle planche, 2 kilo on each leg.
wow, that's a lot. That 2 kilos on each leg and a straddle
Yeah.
planche must feel like
Like
400 pounds.
15 seconds with 2 kilo on each leg. I hold it 15,
How long? 15?
15, 1-5, yeah.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Now you're chasing the planche world record. Why don't you tell us a bit about what you're working on with the planche world record now,
I
which
working
you
on.
are definitely getting.
I will, and for this moment it's almost 36 seconds. But in like I told you yesterday, in last 3 weeks I can push till the fail. I feel pain on my biceps tendon little bit, so I understand like if I will push in the fail, it can broke.
Hmm.
So I don't feel the fail. I keep it this like 5-6 seconds, when I start to feel okay. Because in end, when you hold till the fail, your biceps work a lot. Really, on the
Yeah.
planche, the end, your biceps work a lot. That's why I don't push till the fail now. That's why I don't post it video like currency my record. How long can I hold now? But last my attempt was 35.5. Around almost 36 seconds. Yeah, and even on multis, I feel like okay, it's gonna broke now. It's gonna broke now because I feel a lot of pressure on my bicep for this moment. Because in first 6 weeks, I push really like hard, till the fell, and yeah, it's came a little bit on my tendon. Now I have to be a little bit careful and just make a step back and then make 2 step forward.
When you get an injury like that, where it's like a little aggravation in the tendon, a little tendonitis, how long does it on average take you to heal? Because like when I was your age, I used to heal. I'd feel better in like 2 weeks. Now it takes like 2 months, 4 months.
Feel okay, like 2 weeks, like 3 weeks, but I can't do like a till the fail. I
Hmm.
have to be like a slower concentration and have to think because I can understand like it's not completely health. If I will make like till the fail, yeah, it can broke. If you see
Yeah,
like a calisthenics broke the biceps,
yeah.
actually biceps in calisthenics is the worst things. Really, I don't see that somebody broke the chest, maybe chest on the dips, but mostly it's biceps, biceps, biceps.
Biceps. It's always biceps. Yeah, for me, I'm always injuring my elbow. This is what I injure all the time. I guess shoulders. People get a lot of shoulder injuries in calisthenics too.
Also, but biceps I think more. Actually,
Biceps a lot.
in last 11 years, in that my experience, I never like got serious injury myself. I mean,
I was just
serious
going to
hurt.
ask you that. So you've never had any serious injury. That's really good. That's really
Even
I've never.
people ask like, you do a lot of jump on the handstand. Have you ever heard of wrist? No.
Yeah, see,
One was hurt, but it was like little pain just for 1 week or
yeah.
it just like, okay, I feel it, but I can continue.
Yeah, major injuries. I've never gotten any major injuries from calisthenics. I've gotten elbow injuries common because I used to do fighting before this, so I had a lot of elbow injuries. But from calisthenics, I think calisthenics is pretty safe if you have good form.
Not always.
Good
Yeah,
form. Good form
yeah.
is essential to safety.
You make a cheating, you can hurt yourself because
Y-
it's important to feel the muscles. That's what I told you. Okay, I feel
No,
like I hold the full planche. Okay, I feel like now it's a lot of pressure. Okay, I have to stop. I do multis. I feel okay. I can do press like two handstand. Okay, now I feel a lot of pressure on my biceps. Yeah, when you
yeah,
do cheating with a shit form, when you just swing kick, yeah, you can hurt yourself because you have momentum pressure like this.
yeah.
This
Same.
momentum.
If I'm even trying to hold something with bad form, the second my form gets even sloppy, I'll drop. I'll just immediately drop because I know I'm just going to injure myself if I keep going with the bad form.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah,
Why
that's huge.
important? I see that I didn't see before. Buys the best.
Oh, so we're running low on time. So why don't we take some questions now? You want to take some questions from people?
Yeah, I have still 35 minutes.
Oh, good. Oh, so let's go wild. Let's do some questions and answers. So guys, start asking questions here. I'm going to keep asking Andrew questions and just start typing in questions for us. If you have anything you want to ask us, talk to the legend. Ask the legend. Thank you. Oh, yo, what's up, Yo Calisthenics? That's my man Johan just said what's up to us. Are you familiar with Johan? Johan is a beast. Now that guy can planche.
I don't know him.
Really good dude out of Florida.
Yeah,
I hope you guys. I'll hopefully introduce you guys sometime. He's a really good dude.
yeah,
Um,
because I told you in last really when I start to create video for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, I don't watch a lot of video.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
So
But
Yo just asked a great question. What do you do for core exercises? Do you work on your core at all?
actually, not a lot. Really, not a lot. I know some people like really like every day.
Me
I don't.
neither. I don't work on my core at all either.
1, 2 times a week I can do legs raises to the bar and
Mhm.
also make extension for my lower back. Yeah, and that's all. Not really a lot.
Yeah, I don't do any core work either.
Yeah,
It's
when I do front lever handstand planche, my core work a
it's
lot.
it's all core.
Yeah. What
Um,
are the uh, what
People
are
are
the
joining.
for complicated figures? I don't actually understand this question. What does mean?
Yeah, I'm having trouble seeing. Oh, here we go. I can see some questions now. What are the risk of injury for complicated? I think he means just risk of injury for like advanced shapes. Like, are there any risks of injury for? Yeah, I don't understand the question. I was trying. I don't know what he's asking. Um, let's see
Progressive
what else.
for shoulders depends on your level. Yeah, you can start from pike push-ups, then you can move to the elevated pike push-ups, then you can move wall handstand push-ups, then you can do handstand push-ups, then you can do 90-degree handstand push-up. Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on your level. Yeah, in every
Do,
level you can different progression.
do you warm up, by the way? What do you do for a warm up when you work out? Do you do any type of
As
warm up?
I get older, I warm up a lot. Yeah, I warm
I'm the
up.
opposite. As I got older, I don't warm up anymore.
I start with resistance band. I do
Mhm.
different for pronation, rotation, for the shoulders, around 5-10 minutes. Then I started with easy variation about like pseudo push-up, planche lean, full planche press to the handstand, straddle planche push-up, and then I can move to the
Interesting. I just start every day handstanding. If I'm doing one arms, I start in a one arm. If I'm doing two arms, I start in a two. I just handstand immediately, get the blood in my head and get going.
yeah, just because if I didn't warm up, really I don't feel my muscles well. And like this, after the warm up, my muscle work for the 100%.
Mm. Oh, I we just got a good one. Any tips for tight ankles? So I have a tip for a tight ankle. I'll let you answer too. So like if you have tight ankles, I'm guessing you have trouble extending and if you have trouble getting into flexion, like squatting, goblet squats are really great. Hold like a heavy goblet in front of you and then squat down. Oh no, they end the live now with 25 seconds. All right, apparently they cut us off at an hour now. So, Andry, I guess they're ending our live. You want to? I'll restart it. You want me to restart another one?
Yeah, we can restart. Why not? I have 30
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, so I'll let this end it, and then we'll get going again. So hold it right there, guys. Check. Just this is going to end in 3 seconds, and just join back in.